Hello there, hunters and huntresses. Brian here at Nelson Creek Outdoors, Lucky 7 Cents, and Bucket Bulk Cents. Here today, I just wanted to talk to you about one of our original scents. I think I developed this in like 2013, 2014, released in 2014, 2015, something like that. And it was actually a basis for all of our future rut scents after that, as they got better and better. And the first one here was Lucky 7 Synthescent, Dough and Heat Plus. And it's a dough estrus scent, as you could probably guess there. And what is the plus? Well, the plus is a special ingredient there, which is the estrus pheromone. It replicates the estrus pheromone of a doe that has gone into peak estrus. And of course, the bucks are attracted to those pheromones and the overall odor of doe and heat urine. Now, as I've said before with other our estrus scents here, I prefer not to leave them out all the time. That has been my stance from day one. And some of the other experts are climbing on that here. And there's a few different reasons why. Is one, I always think that the best way to do this is to have the bucks visit you while you're in your stand. They won't come to visit a scent that isn't there if you're not there. So it kind of gets to their timing. They come by and, they can smell this stuff 100 yards away or more, even in the wind. When it's blowing in their direction, they'll pick it up even further than that. But and come on over. But I like it there only when you're hunting, so that way the deer come while you're in your stand and you're able to shoot them. Start putting it out other times, or just throw it in a scrape or on the ground and all that stuff, and the deer can visit any time, and they don't necessarily know when it was put out. They don't know when you did it, so you can create some visits that happen at night. And there's other reasons not to play around with stuff at night. Deer are more curious at night. They're not necessarily attracted to things. And you see a lot of that. I see a lot of that from the competition, actually. You see other pictures of does and bucks and all that stuff, and small ones, especially in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, sniffing at a scrape they made. You probably could pee in your own scrape and they'll sniff it at 2 in the morning because they don't have trouble with humans at 2 in the morning. So they're a little more curious then. Feel a little safer, so they'll investigate more. So anyway, that's why I like to drive them toward daylight. Again, this is many of our scents contain this, and then other things like the vaginal secretion stuff. But this is the basic doe estrus scent. Good for bucks of all ages. Some of the ones that include the challenge response, like the juice, can have a little bit of a bad effect on the young bucks, because to them it's a big buck in the area breeding does, and depending on what their recent experience was with big bucks, they may get the heck out of Dodge when they smell another big buck around because they don't want to get their tail kicked. With estrus scents, the only thing you ever see is once in a while in early season, especially before the rut, pre-rut, if you start using this a little early, some of the does that don't go into estrus may shy away from it a little bit. I wouldn't expect them to blow, some of the stuff you hear. No, they're basically just going to smell what they believe, and the reason for it is they believe it's another doe in heat, and that doe is going to attract bucks, but they're not ready to breed. So they don't want to have bucks around trying to breed them when they're looking for this doe in heat. So sometimes early in the season, doe estrus can make your does stay out of the area a little bit because they don't want to be near a fertile doe when they aren't fertile themselves. Just sets them up for harassment from the bucks. But other than that, the best way I can say using this is I like mock scrapes. Of course, as you know, I'm the big mock scrape guy. We have the best, as I said, preorbital scent on the planet, our Synthescent preorbital licking branch gel. But I will use this in the scrapes I'm using. I like to hunt over the mock scrapes I've made earlier in the season. And what I'll do is I'll hang a wick with this in it. So I'll put a wick over that mock scrape and soak that wick with this and then hunt over it. And when I'm done, bring a Ziploc bag, put the wick with the scent in it back in the bag. Because, of course, synthetic won't go bad. You can use it again until it all evaporates. It's still good. Use it again the next day, hang it back up, maybe whoops, I'm good at dropping these on video too. Maybe fresh it up a little bit and hang the wick back up and you're good to go. So that's it. Back to the basics here to let you know what scents we have. This is Lucky 7 Synthescent Doe in Heat Plus, with the plus being the pheromone ingredients that really drive the big bucks wild. Not something the other pea perfumes that they sell the bulk and stuff. They don't have that. I've asked them. They say they don't. I have emails from them. So we'll take them at their word. And if you want something with true biological attraction, pick up some Lucky 7 cents. Thanks.